And I think you bring up a good point here where like those two worlds very much exist. Like you're gonna still like YouTube goes on even when you have a
Right.
Shopify store and you're doing your stuff. So that being said, like you do have to think about both of those worlds when you're putting out content. Like if you're just thinking about premiering stuff on YouTube, you're probably missing out on a good amount of like customer data or in this case
Hmm.
viewer data. Who are those fans? And maybe for you, I would like to hear what your strategy is in terms of like distributing content. How does the
Sure.
D2C or direct to consumer world kind of get balanced with maybe the streaming platforms that are more typical for seeing, a movie release, a music video release? I know you do a whole, package of different things.
Right. Yeah, so I will utilize basically, the YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff because that's where the people are. I mean, you can't deny they got
Yeah.
billions of people that follows and whatever. But and I've been telling a lot of my buddies this as well, is like we're giving the full content to YouTube and its whole in its entirety, right? And if you read the terms and agreement, like they pretty much own that content and can do what they want. They can restrict you. They can do that. So my YouTube strategy, my Instagram strategy is the people are there. The people like the TikTok. They like to do my little daughter loves to do the little TikTok dance or whatever. So you're not gonna bypass that, right? You're gonna be whatever. So it's like instead of giving them the full content, I use it more as like a commercial. Like I'll cut up a clip on my Instagram and I'll try to drive the traffic back to Chaotic Styles. Or I won't give you the full. We're doing an interview. We have a series called The Independent right now. We're talking about all these independent artists and what they have to go through and how they put their music out and how nobody really values the process of that process. And what I'll do is I'll put a little clip of that out and I'll drive you back to Chaotic to watch the full episode, to watch the whole entirety.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think
I
really interesting
okay,
about that too is like all those viewers that like probably were just views or
right,
usernames, like by them going a step further to actually engage with the content in your storefront, they have the ability then to maybe do a bit more from like a really engaged fan, and you also get to know
right.
who they are, reach back out. And I think it was just a week ago now. It's January 9th as we're
Mhm.
recording this, but January 1st, you put out an NFT. And maybe you could speak a bit more about that because I know that's part of your strategy to kind of bring people into that behind the scenes world and get tapped into your creative process for all the different
Yeah,
stuff you're putting out.
yeah. I think the NFT market I know it gets a pretty bad rap right now. I know everybody's been kind of, deeming it, flawed or whatever. But I always look at it as kind of like back in the dot-com boom, back in the dot-com, they had like pets.com, phone.com, everything was whatever. People were getting 900%, profits off that. And then everything kind of crashed out. And then the real dot-coms came out and you start getting the Googles and you start getting the whatever. So I look at the NFT market as kind of it's like this is the beginning stage. I think in the future, about 5 years, everybody's going to have NFT. My strategy for the NFT is not that you're going to get, you're going to buy our chaotic styles, NFT, you're going to get super rich and famous off of it. It's like, or, you're going to have, a gazillion dollars. Our style is that we are going to actually create content specifically for the NFT. So you can only access it through the NFT. So we're going to have certain shows that if you have the NFT, you can watch it. And then you're going to have early access, like our vaulted collection right now is you're going to have access to everything on there. So all the
Yeah.
videos, everything we put, you'll have a first take on it. I look at it as more of a utility or a way of that you can get behind the scenes. We're doing the animation, you get the character development. You can maybe put some insight on, maybe what you think the character should do, how the story should go. You can get, designs. You can see the whole process behind the scenes. Where if you're just, let's say you're just going to Chaotic Styles on the website, you might go there and watch the animation. But if you own the NFT, you might have a little collectible, and you might know the backstory of how this character came to be, or what his origin story is. You might have all these different of all the characters, of all these different things, or you have access. You might have saw the animation first. You might have saw the pre-animation, the stick drawings, everything that led up to that before that. So we're trying to use the NFT as kind of like a key to just unlock a few other features that nobody else can really get to. It's like I know the people that understand NFTs will kind of go, oh yeah, this is kind of a cool utility, and that's what we're looking for. It's like a utility, like just a way to accent or highlight whatever we're featuring, but highlight a little bit more, give you a little bit extra. We might do a little bit of merch and things like that. I know you guys have merch that's set up that where you can only purchase maybe a hoodie that you can mainly get through the NFT type of style, things like that. So I think the NFT is a super clever way to enhance some of the products that we already put out. I think that's kind of what we're looking to do with it.